Nelson Mandela at one point went from nonviolent to armed resistance and resistance mentioned. So it's such a huge ideological shift. I was wondering if you could talk about kind of how you got there and what the movement was like and how you made that shift to
nonviolence?
To violence.
Well, SNCC never got to violence. I mean, there's lots of myths, but I was not nonviolent when I went to join SNCC, but I believed in the discipline of nonviolence because that's what the organization was about. It felt that the way to fight violence was to be passive to it. I'm not going to go into the whole concept of love and Gandhi and Thoreau and stuff. There were people in SNCC who were philosophically committed to nonviolence. John Lewis, Diane Nash, Charles Sherrod, they saw it as a way of life. That took a lot of strength. I didn't have that strength. I didn't have that courage either, to do what they did emotionally. They believed it in everything they did in their lives. So it was a tactic for a lot of us in SNCC, the commitment to nonviolence as a tactic of life. SNCC was never into violence as a way of life. Even Rap didn't talk about violence. He talked about responding to violence with violence, force with force. So there is a difference. And also that was in a more urban marketplace that became a part of the growth or expansion of the civil rights movement. But I once had a conversation with Bob Brunson. He asked me about Bill Mahoney today. He was a Howard graduate who worked from NAG, the Nonviolent Action Group, out of SNCC. SNCC was made up of college organizations that came together and formed a coordinating committee. We can talk about how that name came about. But Jim Foreman wanted to have a New York office, and he told Mahoney and I to go figure it out. And someone told us to go see Bob Rustin. Bob Rustin was the head of the, what did I say it was?
Was it Reconciliation?
No,
not War Resistance.
The War Resistance League. I never heard of the War Resistance League. It was at 5 Beekman Street. So I went there, talked to Byard. I sat at Byard's feet. I was impressed. I didn't know who Byard Rustin was. Remember, I'm not only participating in action and growing, but I'm also learning, being educated about my own history, the social struggles of the past. I didn't know who Paul Robeson and any of these people were. Byard came out with Reconciliation. We talked about it. He educated us about it. And he became an advisor to SNCC. We sat at his feet, Bill Mahoney and I. He gave us an office at 5 Beekman Street, until we moved over actually down the block from here on 5th Avenue between 14th and 15th Street. But Byard was a nonviolent person, and he participated in educating not only King, well, I won't say educated King, but he helped King expand his understanding of violence and nonviolence, but he also helped SNCC. And I think that it's, I think it takes a lot of courage to be nonviolent. I do. I also believe that in the final analysis of this life on this earth, we have to solve this problem because violence will destroy us all. It has been destroying us all. And I'm not just talking about guns and fists and bullets. I'm talking about language, hostility, the way we live and treat with each other. Our children hear this going on at home and they take it out in the streets and they pass on to their children. So nonviolence is an important concept we can talk about one day as a thing unto itself. But it's not a romantic thing. It's how we will survive finally on Earth, if we survive at all.